Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. How you guys doing tonight? Hey, look, I did a short, right? About I think I did a 15-second clip where I just mentioned Shane Mosley. He did an interview at FightHype.com. And the title is Shane Mosley Keeps It 100 on Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, and the last man standing at 135. So if you go to FightHype.com and you just look for Shane Mosley Keeps It 100 on Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, you'll see the clip, right? The clip was posted 10 days ago. So go and check it out. But let me tell you, something that I saw, and man, I just did not like what I saw. Shane Mosley is in bad shape, man, and it's very, very unfortunate to see him like that, man. Because the reality is this: when it comes to these boxers, right, they're at risk for brain damage from day one, and that's just the truth. From the first time they get in the ring, they're at risk for brain damage. And young boxers can suffer irreversible brain damage just a few years into their careers, and without any warning and even knowing it, because if there's some kind of sign that there's damage, that's a key indicator that it's time to leave the ring. But sometimes, the slurred speech and the cognitive disorders and the extreme cases of Parkinson and Alzheimer's, those things don't show up later, really in the elderly boxers. But there have been meetings, man, with neuropathological societies and different research groups to talk about situations leading to brain damage and brain hemorrhages, and just different abnormalities that people who suffer from like Alzheimer's disease, and they find those same kind of qualities and some of the the ex-boxers, especially the elderly ones. And it's really scary because, when it comes to the young boxers and seeing these young boxers who've passed away because, the bleeding on the brain, or they end up with brain damage, there's cases out there I'm sure you guys are aware of, but you can talk like Pritchard Colon, who's still here with us, but he's really not. Very, very sad case. But then there's the cases where you see fighters who just kind of fought a fan-friendly fight, took damage, and you just see the way they speak now, man. We talk about guys who just went and basically, fought too long. You talk about whether it's Muhammad Ali, whether it's Evander Holyfield, whether maybe it's Mike Tyson, Shane Mosley, and there are others, right? But with Shane Mosley, the thing about Shane Mosley, right, when you're talking about brain damage, right, and you're talking about the fact that Shane Mosley, like James Toney's an extreme case too, but to hear Shane Mosley's speech slurred, and I follow boxing, and I'm gonna tell you, right, anyone who wants to say, no, you don't know what you're talking about, look, I remember when I was in Korea from 2008 to 2010, I ordered like 15, 16 different boxers. I ordered their catalogs, right? From the amateur fights to the professional fights. And I still have it. And Shane Mosley, I ordered his catalog. And I watched every video of this man, every boxing match, professional boxing match up to that point, and almost all of his amateurs, whatever they could find, And I know what he sounded like. And to hear him talking today, it's sad, man, because these experts and these doctors, they found that signs of long-standing brain damage. See, this is the thing, right? There's often no evidence of the disease when someone's alive. You know what I mean? Like, they can't see it. But when you have someone who who end up passing away, that's what creates a mystery. Why did this person die? But if you have someone who's alive and then they retire and they're still going strong, but you can actually sit back and recognize the deterioration in their cognitive abilities and their ability to speak. You see, that's where experts are saying, you know what? There's nothing else that we can attribute this to, because a person otherwise is in good health, but to repeated blows to the head. And I'm telling you, when you look at the slurred speech, it looks like his memory is there pretty good. But you look at kind of how like Roger Mayweather just went down so quickly. He had diabetes too, but he took a lot of punishment. You know what I'm saying? And the way he spoke, it's very, very, very sad, man. You know, because those repeated blows to the skull, they could damage nearby blood vessels, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something that may be leaking from damaged vessels that could create huge problems. Huge problems, man. Matter of fact, those blood vessels can be torn away from the surrounding brain tissue. And sometimes there's no sign of that. And often the damage that wouldn't show on a brain scan, it just shows up in different areas as far as the boxer's, behavior and capabilities. So when I was listening to Shane, man, I just couldn't believe he was speaking like that. Now, we know Shane Mosley was in some tough fights. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, a lot of people say he fought too long. When you look at when he went in there and fought Manny Pacquiao, look, we know Shane Mosley was one of the exceptional talents. But we're talking boxing, so, I think we're a mature audience here. We know he had a little scandal and peds and stuff, and that kind of left a little bit of a black cloud over his career. But at the end of the day, right, Shane Mosley was able to ride off into the sunset, being held in high regards as a true warrior. But when I'm listening to him speak, man, it's almost like, that old tale of a boxer who ended up winding up punch drunk. He doesn't seem to be penniless now, but he seems that he took some unnecessary punishment. And when you talk about how hard Pacquiao hits, and Pacquiao at that point, and just looking at the type of shots Mosley was unnecessarily taking. When he fought Canelo, shots he was unnecessarily taking. When he fought Miguel Cotto, he wasn't necessarily in his prime there. But you just look at the last fights of his career, he took some big money fights, man. And you just look at the type of beating that he took. It's very, very scary. You know what I'm saying? Very scary. And it's just unfortunate, man, to see him like that. And I'm going to be watching him. I'm going to be watching to see just, when is this going to hit, like the media? When is someone going to pick up on this and start to do a story on Shane Mosley? Because Shane Mosley, he's not he's not incoherent. I mean, he's still moving around, talking and everything. But if you know Shane Mosley and you followed his career and you listen to all the interviews he's done, matter of fact, you can watch the interview he does there with Fight Hype, and then just play 5 minutes of it, pause it, and pull up an interview from 10 years ago, play it, and you'll see the difference. It's like Riddick Bowe. Watch how Riddick Bowe used to speak. Watch how the other guy, man, him and Duran were fighting, man. Man, his name just came to my head, man. And Duran ended up winning. Man, I'm seeing his face, man. He fought Duran, he fought Hearns, man. What is his name? He's from New York, man. Man, I can't pull his name off the top of my head while I'm talking. It almost came again. But anyway, not Duran, Barley, what's his name? Not Duran. Iran Barkley. That's who it is. How he used to speak, and then look when he first started boxing, and look at how he speaks now. But anyway, Sugar Ray Leonard fought too long. You know, on the decline, just took too many shots. Julio Cesar Chavez, he fought too long. You know, on the decline. Roy Jones Jr. fought too long. Still looking all right, but I just think he keeps messing around. Roy Jones is going to be in bad shape, man. You know, Thomas Hearns fought too long. Listen to him talk. Big difference, man. You know, with him. Who else out there, man? We talked about Holyfield and Bo both. Listen to when they talk. You can hear the slurred speech. Macho Camacho was another one, man. When he spoke, his speech was kind of out there, man. You know, the guys just took unnecessary damage. So what I'm saying is, for those of you who are Shane Mosley fans and who really hold him in high regard like I do, right? He's one of the night. He's yesterday's Sean Porter. Super nice guy, big bright smile. You don't really hear him using any profanity. You know what I'm saying? Has dad right there by him the whole time. But if you're a Shane Mosley fan, I'm going to put the link to that video from Fight Hype in the description. Go and check it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about, man. I was watching that. That's the first thing that jumped out to me. I'm like, damn. Mosley showing signs of brain trauma, man, because his speech has declined. And, man, that I ain't going to lie, man, that hurt my heart, man, because you tend to feel like you get to know these fighters. You just watch them on TV or on videos. I don't know him personally, but I know he was one of the good ones. And although he had that scandal, but he seemed to have been, to me, a genuinely good person. Look at his son, same mannerism, same laugh, looked just like him, you know, and his son is the same way. So that being said, y'all keep cool. Shane Mosley, it is what it is. All right. I'm going to put the link in the description. Y'all check it out for yourself. But y'all keep cool. Shout out to all 7 continents, man. I hope this man can get some help and not leave it untreated, and then it just kind of grows into something that's beyond control. And I hate to see that. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. I'm in the breeze.